Welcome back to the Future, back in time. This time Jennifer is going, and she's got lots that needs to happen. Alright, we're going to go to the turn tracker. That's the first thing we do on a turn. She does have 6 tokens, which is good, so let's go over there and see what we're going to have happen on Jennifer's turn. Alright, we're getting closer to the end of the game. We're going to move here for Jennifer's turn, which means we get 1 movement card. Let's take a look at it and see what she's got. We have move Lorraine counterclockwise 2 spaces, and Biff activates twice. Okay, let's go to the board and see how that's going to work. Alright, so we have Lorraine going counterclockwise 2 spaces, so she's going to be going this way. So she, for whatever reason, wants to go visit Jennifer over at over at Doc's house. And unfortunately now we've got Biff activating twice. He's up in the clock tower. He's going to go for Lorraine 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's going to go towards Lorraine. 2 spaces, 1, 2. He ends up with Marty at Hill Valley High. Alright, and that's going to be the end of the movement card. So now we have to figure out what we want to do with Jennifer, who's right here with Lorraine now at Doc's house. Our love meter is at the maximum, but we probably want to get Lorraine away from Biff in case we need to do any rolls. So let's go to her player mat and figure out what she wants to do. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do with Jennifer, we're going to use her move up to 6 spaces token so she can really motor on the board. That should allow us to get Jennifer to move and take Lorraine and George as far away as possible from Biff before we start trying any challenges. So let's go to the board and see how she's going to do that. Up to 6 spaces she can move. Alright, so what we're going to do with Jennifer is we're going to have her take Lorraine with her and go 1, 2, 3, 4, grab George, 5, and so that's 5 or 6 movements, so she's going to end it off there. She's got George and Lorraine together, pretty far away from Biff, and I think we want to try and get rid of this knock and run, because you can't re-roll any dice when this is still out here, and they'll give her a power token as well. So let's go to her board and see how she's going to try to overcome this trouble card. Alright, well, she's going to flip over one of her heart tokens to give her a heart die, and we're going to go back to the board, roll them up, and hope we don't see a Biff. We do want to try and get rid of that one thing, so let's do that. Alright, we got 1 crack at this. Well, we got more than 1. Let's see what happens, and we get a success. Jennifer pulls it off. This is awesome. So we get rid of the trouble card. Trouble cards don't get replaced. They just show up on the turn tracker. So, players may not reroll. Well, the reward is get a power token, but we get rid of this. So this goes out of the game, and Jennifer's going to get a random power token. Let's grab one out of the pile, and she gets every speed die can be turned into a wild, or move up to 3 spaces. That's going to be giving her 9 tokens. Of course, we get that in the face down, exhausted state when we get it. So she's going to have to get rid of a 1 token at the end of her turn. She does not have the backpack like Doc Brown does, so she can't carry extra tokens. Now, let's not forget, too, she also has the cassette player. If you fail an opportunity, you can exhaust this to get a power token. So she can even get another one if she does that. All right, what are we going to do next? We have George and Lorraine together. The love meter is at the top of the track. There's not really any point doing a love challenge right now. It's not going to do anything for us. She could probably try moving the DeLorean a little bit. She could go try to knock out Biff, which might be a possibility. So let's go to her area and see what she wants to do. And we also have that really good opportunity over at Lou's Cafe, which is get a token and give a token to someone else. She might try to do that, but I think right at the moment she's going to take the speed die, because Einstein's coming up next, and he's got a ton of them to move the DeLorean, and she's going to use that for up to 3 movement. Let's go back to the board and have her move 3 spaces. Alright, she is going to move 3 spaces. She's going to go Lou's Cafe 1, Town Square 2, over to Hill Valley High with Marty and Biff. Alright, so she's there with Marty right now. So we're going to actually have Marty assist Jennifer and trying to knock Biff out. So let's go and flip some tokens and see possibly, let's hope we can knock Biff on his backside. Alright, and Jennifer's going to flip over, of course, the 1 courage token. I almost flipped the wrong one. The courage token over to give her a courage die. And let's go up to Marty's play area And Marty's going to assist. Alright, so Marty is likewise going to flip over a single. I keep grabbing the wrong one. Yes, the courage die, the blue one. We're going to flip that over for Marty, and that's going to let him assist with a courage die. So now we're going to be rolling 2 of them. Let's get to the board and hope that the tag team Jennifer, Marty, can knock Biff out for a bit. Alright, we have Marty and we have Jennifer together. They are trying to knock Biff out. Can they do it? Can they do it, sort of? Well, we get 2 successes, so that's going to knock Biff down and put a stun token on him, but then he's going to activate once for the Biff die, which is going to take the stun token off. So the end result is we have Biff taking a tiny nap, so that kind of worked. It was, I guess, better than nothing. Let's go back to Jennifer's playmat now, and we're going to have her do some more stuff. I'm not sure what she's going to do. I don't want to mess up the love meter, obviously, but there are some more things on the board that some more opportunities we could probably take care of, including this, but then we'd have to drag George over here. I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep Biff away from Lorraine and George as much as possible. Alright, we're going to use a die for movement, and I think we're probably just going to go ahead and use the double one here to move up to 3 spaces. We don't really need the courage die anymore. So we're going to use that for 3 movement. Let's go back to the board and we're going to have Jennifer move up to 3 spaces. And so what we're going to do with Jennifer, we're going to have her go 1, 2 to lose Cafe, and of course the DeLorean is sitting there as well, but we're going to leave the DeLorean for Einstein next turn tomorrow, I do believe, because he's got the most speed dice of all. And what we're going to do is, after she moves here, we're going to use her special ability right now, which is going to make sense. And her special ability is once per turn, Jennifer may move Marty, Doc, or Einstein up to 2 spaces towards her. She's going to call over Einstein over to this Lou's Cafe as well, getting him in position to start moving the DeLorean so he doesn't have to use a token to actually move here next turn. So that, I think, works out good. So that's her special ability taken care of. Finally used a special ability from her. And now that she is here, I think we're going to try to do the Goldie Wilson future mayor opportunity. Let's go to her board and see how she's going to try to do that. Alright, well, she has, of course, the knowledge die. So we're going to flip that over for the knowledge die, which is what we need. Let's not see that, though. To try and attempt this opportunity, let's go back to the board, roll it up, and see if we can pull this off. Alright, let's see. Is it going to be a Goldie Wilson for mayor or not? Oh, okay, that sucks. That's a Biff. Not much we can do about it. We can't re-roll anything. Darn it. Okay, well, the Biff had to show up sometime. So I guess we're going to activate Biff once now. Yeah. Alright, so Biff activates once, and he basically stands up at the Hill Valley High. So, yeah, there he is. Alright, back to Jennifer's playmat, and I have one more idea for her at the moment. Alright, so what she's going to do is she is going to try that opportunity again with the love die, and you're like, well, but the love die only has 2 wilds on it. But she also has this token, which means she could turn any love roll on this die into wilds, which would then give her the knowledge success. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll that. And let's hope we don't get another Biff. So let's go back to the board and roll them up. Alright, let's roll them up. Come on, Jennifer, don't mess it up. Yes, she gets 1 heart success. And you're thinking, well, that doesn't work because this is a knowledge. But as you saw, the token, let's change this to a wild. So indeed, Jennifer has this, which she can change 1 die from a heart symbol to a wild. She's going to go ahead and, of course, do that, which then gives us the success. So let's go back to the board. We have now gotten Goldie Wilson, future mayor. And I've zoomed out a lot so that we can actually look at the cards. All right, so that was a success, or turned into a wild, which gives us the success, if I can say that properly. Reward, draw 2 power tokens. She gets to keep 1 and give the other to another player. She's going to, of course, give the other player is going to be Einstein. She'll give 1 to Einstein. So that's succeeded. So we're going to grab 2 power tokens. I'll just randomly grab them out of here. And the 2 power tokens she picks up are these ones. So she either has, well, they're both double speed, love die or speed knowledge die. She's going to give the speed knowledge to Einstein. Of course, everyone gets them in the face down position, and she will then keep the love and speed die for herself. And that's going to be that. We do need another opportunity on the board. You always have 3. And our new opportunity is build a not-to-scale model of Hill Valley High School. Doc Brown's house. Reward, draw a power token, gain the remote control item. Ooh, that sounds pretty awesome. Off that goes to Doc Brown's house for possibly someone else to succeed at. Alright, that's the end of our turn for Jennifer. So let's go to her player mat. She now has 10 tokens. Of course, you can't have 10 tokens. You can only have 8, so she's going to have to get rid of 2 of them. So let's go over there and check out what she's got and what we're going to get rid of. Alright, so as you can see, she's got 10 tokens, and she still has her cassette player, which she hasn't. Did she fail at something? I can't remember if she did. I don't think... Oh, maybe she did. We didn't do that. Well... Okay, you don't have to use your special items. I think I forgot to use it. Oh well. So we're going to flip over all of her tokens. We're going to have a look at them, and then she's going to have to discard down to 8. So let's take a look at them. Alright, so all of her tokens are flipped over. She does have to get rid of 2 of them, though. The obvious choice to get rid of one is we'll get rid of one of her love die ones, and of course use this one in its place because it's either or. And then she has, you can turn any of these successes to wilds. I wonder if that is going to be as useful as the rest. I really like her move up to 6 spaces. I think we're going to get rid of this one because we already have turned a love die into a wild. We've got 2 there. This is kind of the same thing, unless we get rid of one of these, but I don't think so. I think we're going to get rid of this one. Hate to do it, but that's what we're going to do. So that's going to end off Jennifer. So we're going to go back to the main board. We're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, overall I think we had a pretty good turn. We do have Biff as far away from George and Lorraine as we can possibly get him. So next time when we come back for Einstein's turn tomorrow, when we pull a movement card, even if it's 2 Biffs, he's not going to be able to get very far towards George and Lorraine. So they are in love and they are together, and we want to keep them that way. We're going to keep the love tracker at the top where it is right now. We do need to get moving the DeLorean, and guess who can move the DeLorean? Well, here he is, Einstein, and we'll be seeing him in action tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. It really does help my channel out quite a bit, and lets me do, of course, more and more content as well. So thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for Einstein from Back to the Future, Back in Time.